When the rumba rhythm starts to play, dance with me and make me sway. Let's go for a drive. Right, engine on, kegs on, handbrake down. Let's go. Oh, hang on, music. Forgot I had music on. Right, let's go. Oh yeah, there's people everywhere. Right, 2 seconds, folks. There we go. Right, we're out. Right, hello. Hope we're all right. Apologies, it's been a while. Hang on. Turn them down. Apologies, it's been a couple of weeks since my last upload. If you remember the last video, when my phone fell off, the contraption that I used to stick my phone to the windscreen is a bit dodgy, so I actually tried to do a video last week and it fell off again. And I thought, I kind of keep doing that because I'll just be the laughing stock of YouTube. The guy that cannot sort out his phone holder. So that was that, and to be honest, I was so rammed this last week I haven't had another opportunity to go out on a drive. So today, because the weather's cack, the kids' football's been cancelled, so I've got a bit of wiggle and a jiggle room to go out and do some videos. But I should really have started it when I'd left Tesco's car park, because now I'm just going to be stuck here for the best part of my video. So I think what I'll do, actually, as you can tell, I'm in Tesco's on Norham Road, and it is a bit of a bugger to get out of. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back here when I'm out the car park. So, in a bit. Right, finally, we've made it out of Tesco's car park. It's now 2 days later. Yeah, just kidding. I hate that car park. Sometimes, once or twice anyway, when I've been there, it's gridlocked. Like, the whole car park cannot move. It's just so rammed. And that road that I've just been stuck on, the way out, is like backed up all the way around into the car park, and people kind of get their cars out or whatever. It's just absolute chaos. So like 23rd of December, Mother's Day, stuff like that, you know, the busy days, it's just best not to get into that Tesco's, because you'll be there for the whole day. Right, so I'm taking a bit of a detour back home. I've just done my shopping, and I thought it's a good time to get some footage in. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a mooch around this area. So we're on Verne Road. I think one of my first videos, actually, if not the first, I came down here to go and drop something off at the mother-in-law's house, because she used to live along on Verne Road, 151 Verne Road, but not anymore. I think in the same video I go along Billy Mill roundabout before it was turned into traffic lights. So if you like your history, if you watch my earlier videos, you'll see footage of Billy Mill roundabout, and I think there's footage of when the roadworks were happening as well. So it's all made for some good entertainment. Apologies for the squeak. I've got wet shoes, so it's making me brakes sound really squeaky. So I've been rammed all week. Obviously back at work now, so we Monday to Fridays. I work in a school, so it's hard to do things through the day, like through the week. So I've only got the weekends, and at the weekends I've got the kids' footy and my band are out, and I rarely have a couple of minutes to myself. And my oldest has just started a darts academy up at Shankhouse Club, so Monday nights, finish work, band practice, pick him up from darts, and then home, have me tea, and then that's been Monday. And this last week was my wedding anniversary, so I was out Wednesday for that. And I was at the Newcastle game on Thursday, Newcastle v Barcelona. Last night was the kids' training. Today's Saturday, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. I might have, did I? I can't remember. So it's just all go. I'm knackered. I've been getting nosebleeds as well. I don't know if that's anything to do with just me being busy and stressed. But I must have had about 5 or 6 nosebleeds over the last couple of weeks. So I went to get my blood pressure checked yesterday, and they said it is a little bit high, not massively, just over the threshold. So they referred us to the GP. So I'll keep you updated on that one, if you're interested, that is. So I know I've just done one massive loop there. It was just really just to get some footage in. Because I'm starting to feel as though I'm running out of areas to cover. Because I did Cramlington a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed they didn't get as many views. So that tells me people aren't as interested in that part of the world. Or do I keep going outside of North Tyneside to try and get more viewers and more subscribers? I suppose it just depends on what I've got time to do. But I don't have loads of time today, so I've got to keep it as local as possible and just take some side streets, etc. Go on, I'll get through these lights. I just want to give a massive shout out to a viewer who has bought me a pint, or as it's really called, bought me a coffee. And that fellow was called Grazwa. I think that's how you pronounce it. Grazwa, who kindly donated and said he enjoys my videos, enjoys the commentary. I mentioned that he drives his wife around North Tyneside and surrounding areas for gigs and stuff. So he's out and about on the road quite a bit as well. So thank you very much for your donation, and keep watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos. And as I say to everybody, if you've got any ideas for videos, any places you'd like us to go, any other things rather than driving about that you think I could do. I mean, I know I haven't got loads of time, but I could make time for the right video. I'm thinking about maybe in the school holidays, maybe just going wild camping, although I've got no gear, like I'll have to get the gear. But I've seen YouTube videos of like people going up to the hills, go to the Lake District, up to maybe go to Northumberland, get a nice view, set up a tent and have a couple of beers. So I might dabble in that, but I will have to get the gear. Like, right, let's go in here. This is the road that takes you to New York. This is another area that I've lived in. Lived here between 2015 and 2017. And that building on the right was getting built when we moved in. It's like a care home. There used to be a pub called, I think it was the Phoenix, that was on that land. That was long before I moved in though. Right, yes, it's happened again. So I am going to have to get myself a better contraption, because this one's obviously not fit for purpose. But instead of abandoning the video, I'm going to keep going. It's quite annoying because I've had to pull in here on New York on Brooklyn Terrace, but I was actually going to go down to Merton, so what I'll do is I'll go the other way. So apologies. Right, what I was saying was I've lived in over 40 addresses in my life, and Like, I'm 46 now, and the place I've lived the longest was 5.5 years. So there's places I've only lived for 6 months, places I've lived a year or two. So what I'm wanting to do eventually is like a series or a video or whatever of me visiting all the places I've lived. Now, oh, he let us in. Good man. What's the lady? Thank you. So yeah, some of the places are like down the country. So I've lived down in Surrey, Hampshire. I've lived in Bradford. I've lived in Lancashire. I've lived down in Teesside. So it'll be a canny experience, like, especially the ones in Surrey I've never been back to since I left. Like the houses in Lancashire and Bradford and that, I've like been past them since. But the ones down south I've never been back to, and it'd be nice just have a mooch around like where I used to live. So I thought that might be a nice little video to do one day. And truth be told, I was close to doing it during the summer holidays, but I weighed up the pros and cons, and I was a bit skint this year, and it was going to cost quite a bit of money to get down there. So one day I might do that. But let us know what you think. If you think that's something that would interest you, then let me know. Anyway, we're heading towards Merton village. So this is a hidden little village, but the people who live here aren't happy because they're doing all the building on the land around the village, like in between here and Rake Lane. Like, there's loads of farmland that's been sold off, and it's getting built on now. And the people around here aren't happy about it because they enjoy the green space. Like, they've moved here on the understanding that it's a little village surrounded by loads of green space, but now that's obviously all getting built on. So you can understand why people are unhappy. So that pub on the left, the Robin Hood, I've not been to in a long time, but once when I went there in 1997, I think it was, I saw Philippe Albert playing darts. And apparently he used to, I mean, I don't know if he lived in Merton, but he used to go for a pint there on a Friday. So, a bit of random history for you. So to the right you've got the equestrian centre, which is quite popular. Well, that was Merton. I'm so annoyed my phone fell off, you know. Like, I can't do anything nice. Anyway, feeling sorry for myself there, so stop that. So I've taken myself on Amazon, get myself a new phone holder. I'm wondering if it's worth getting myself a dash cam and recording my videos via dash cam. I don't know how they work. I don't know if you can only record like so much at a time. Like, I'm assuming it records about a minute or two and then like records over itself again. Otherwise you just have millions of hours worth of random road footage. And then if you press a button, it saves the last bit of footage. That's my understanding of it, but I could be totally wrong. So here we are, back on Brooklyn Terrace. There's a nice takeaway there on the right called the Bronx. Now on the left, just where this roundabout is, there was a school. I think it was called Merton School. And that wall that's still there, I think, is the wall of the school. I think. So I've been told anyway. And there used to be a pub on the right called the Dun Cow. So back in the day, down there where the wheat chief is, where I went on my way to Merton, that would have been the road out of New York, and it would have joined up to the top of Shiremore, possibly. Or maybe it didn't. I'm just going to get the vibe that this is a bypass. What a miserable day. Kids footy cancelled. The missus is away, so I've kind of gone out for a pint. Unless I take the kids with us. But I'm thinking I might just stop in the house and watch the football, crack open a couple of beers. And then kids have got a match tomorrow at 12:15, and then straight home from that to watch Bournemouth versus Newcastle. And Newcastle don't really do very well at Bournemouth. And hopefully we'll put a stop to that, because we need to get some points on the board. Obviously, been a very disruptive start of the season with the whole Isaac situation, and then we've got obviously a couple of new strikers in. Wiss isn't going to be out for a few weeks. Valdemarte has never played Premier League football before. I mean, he did well on his debut, but it's still, everything's very transitional at the minute, and could have all been avoided if Isaac just really put a transfer request in. Anyway, that's by the by. I'll have a quick watch around West Allotment. So the houses to the left and the right are fairly new. I mean, I think we're talking maybe 20 odd years, maybe 30 years. Because when I was a kid living in Shiremore, West Allotment was just a couple of rows of houses with a couple of shops, a pub, which was, I think it was at the Northumberland Arms, which is now a Sambuca's. There's a club to the right. And there was a video rental place as well. I remember going there, and my mum rented The Empire Strikes Back. And I remember 99 Red Balloons was on in the shop. So yeah, just random useless information for you. There was a supermarket. Well, I say a supermarket, it was like a grocery shop called Sainsbury's. So it was I can't do it that way. It was called Sainsbury's, and it had like the Sainsbury's font, and it was an orange sign. So it was obviously a rip off of Sainsbury's, and he got wrong off Sainsbury's, so he changed it to Morrisings. So obviously the guy's surname was Singh. And I think he got wrong for that as well, so I think it's just a Premier shop or something. I'll have to go out the way I came in, because I kind of turned right at the end of there. Otherwise, I'll have to turn left and go right round the Holy Stone roundabout, which is obviously not worth it. So there's the club on the right. So yeah, this is West Allotment. I think that's it on the right there, best one. what used to be Morrison's and Sainsbury's. Well, right, I'm going to end the video then, because I'm going to get myself back home and watch a Merseyside derby. But again, thank you very much for tuning in, much appreciated. And don't forget, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. I was trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year, although I'm not really getting any new subscribers at the minute. So if you've got any mates who think might like this content, give them a shout and say oi, subscribe. And if you want to, if you're feeling up to it, buy us a pint. There's a link below. And I'll see you in the next video. So until then, have a good one and drive safely. Hopefully this ruddy weather clears off. Right, ta-ra then! Thanks for watching today. If you would like to help support the channel, you can do. You can click the link below to buy me a pint, and that helps towards the cost of fuel, travel expenses, etc., so I can keep on making these videos for you. Anyone that does buy me a pint will get a mention in the next video. So thank you very much again for your support. See you soon.